Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Drink While You Think. I'm your host, Kenji, and
I'm Matthew.
He's Matthew. He's already toasting and giving a cheers.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You're excited. I mean, you're so excited. Maybe
I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
What do you start on this one?
Let's go.
Well, I haven't had alcohol all week, so I thought I'd slow my groove back on. So I'm going with the Lay Low from Monday Night Brewery, an homage to our friend Noel Maloof, who is making us bring low-calorie beers to our tailgate. So I am drinking. I haven't tried this one yet. So Lay Low, it's an IPA, and 90 calorie. So we'll see what happens.
I've had that one before, so I'll be curious to see your take on it.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking. This is called the 4 Essentials from Pontoon Brewing here in Georgia. I haven't had much from Pontoon, so I'm excited. It is a Kolsch. I like Kolsch's. That's a German ale, and I think it's like 5.5%. So you know what the 4 Essentials are, Matthew?
No.
That's what makes up beer.
Okay. So
4 components.
Ingredients. Lots of that grain you put in there.
Water. Yes, malt, hops, probably yeast. So, and look at this too. I've got a different fancy glass this week.
Oh, is that another one your wife got you?
Yeah, look at this little skinny kind of cool thing.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's see how that is.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, dude. I like that. That's good. Nice and crisp. So this week, I want to do something a little different. We've done some of this, I guess, before, but I don't know that people know that Matthew, you're at times kind of, I won't say savant-like. Just you're just weird with numbers, right? You make a good accountant. Like just you and numbers just get along well.
Yeah. You're talking about my line picking with the NFL.
I thought about that. Yeah. So that and just thought, well, you know what? We'll do some line picking. So we'll explain to people what that looks like.
Oh, I haven't been watching all the games.
That's okay. That's okay. I didn't go too crazy, but I put a bunch of other things in there. I'm like, what else can I make Matthew guess at? It's a numerical value, right? So to me, I think this is interesting. May give some good things to talk about. Plus, I think people will get a kick out of you.
If I'm way off of everything.
Well, no, you'll be pretty close. Okay, so I got a bunch of things. I'm going to bounce around a little bit.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one. Since you guessed lines, let's talk about lines. So what we're talking about, folks who aren't familiar with it, this is sports lines for odds who are going to win particular games. So I've got a college football game with you to start first.
Oh, college is such a random one. Okay, these are like.
But this one is the number 19 BYU Cougars at the Baylor Bears this weekend. And so both these teams, I think, are 5-1. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
So Baylor's unranked. I was surprised at 5-1. You guys are unranked.
Yeah, I would have to say I mean, even though BYU's ranked more heavily, they're at Baylor. So man, this is terrible.
I love this. I love
college is so much harder.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
Pro. It's tricky. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Baylor 4.5.
Dude, it's Baylor by 5.
Baylor by 5. I almost said 5.
Wow, dude, that's really good. That is not. I mean, I think that's a pro level pick right there. Thanks, man. See, everybody, this is what happens. You don't want to.
Just for the record, Matthew. I don't bet lines either.
Well, Matthew and numbers is I'm telling you, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Okay, we'll come back to some other lines. I've got some other lines for you.
Okay.
Let's go to some other kind of random things. How about this one? Here's kind of an accounting-ish one. The number of apps on the Xero App Marketplace.
Oh my God.
The number of apps on the Xero App Marketplace. What are you feeling like? What's a
God, what a random freaking question, dude.
there's more coming, dude.
Okay. I mean, kind of my range is like 500 to 1,000. So, but I'm gonna go on the smaller side. I'm gonna say like 475.
You missed on this one. They're over 1,000 now. I don't know the exact number. Earlier this year, they went over 1,000 in the
Yeah.
app market.
So they're just letting anybody in now. Okay, I got it.
Oh, blame that on that. A follow-up one, somewhat related, kind of, but like, any idea the number of different apps that Zapier can integrate with?
Oh my God. I'm gonna go with 1,500 if that's the case. I'm gonna see Zapier is more than Xero, so 1,500, maybe 20. It would be like have to be double. So I'm gonna go 2,500.
Pretty close, just over 3,000.
Okay.
Over 3,000 apps that Zapier connects with. Okay, so see, there you go. You recovered. I almost told you, dude, you're off by half on all these, but you readjusted. You adjusted your lines. I like that. That was pretty good.
Well, I said 500 to 1,000, and I just went low end because I thought maybe. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they could have said, hey, we're gonna be more selective about who goes on the app store, and so anyway.
I was trying to remember. Oh, they have open API. They would be opposite. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they would have been more than Quick. They might even be as many as QuickBooks. So okay.
I actually thought, I think they're more than QuickBooks. Actually, Xero was a little ahead of QuickBooks for a while.
That's what's logical when I think about it. I
thought Zapier would have had like actually maybe a ton more. It feels like it connects to everything, but then at some point you get to like a finite universe of how many like
you can only do so many
business apps are there, right?
Yeah.
So
well,
that's
they have a dev team are limited by. So
yeah. All right, let's keep moving here. Oh, we're as we're drinking beer here. So I got a couple beer ones.
Okay. Your random questions.
Very random. What would be your guess? This one isn't really a number, but it's kind of a rankings. If you had to guess, which country consumes the most beer per capita?
Per capita? Oh, that's just awful. Like that's just an awful question.
Well, but that makes it more fair. Like you can't just be like
per capita. Wouldn't you have to be like? It'd have to be a European country.
You're absolutely right. Europe is
I'm
number one.
I'm gonna go UK. I just think Scotland's more Scotch, Italian. Everybody else is more wine. UK. It has to be UK.
Not UK actually. It's Czechoslovakia. Kind of a random one, I know.
Okay.
Czech, like the Czech Pilsner. That's where they're gonna. That's like not as many other options to your point of like, what else do you drink in Czech? It's like Czech beer and Pilsner. It's not like wine or
okay.
Other, I guess, cocktails or things. Where do you think, like in that? So they're number one. How far down do you think the US is? Like in where they fall in ranking?
We're not top 10.
No, we're not top 10. Nope.
We just have too many other things.
Too many other vices that we want to.
Too many other things out there.
Yeah.
23. I don't know.
21.
21. Okay.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay. We'll keep going here. Let's bounce back to. We'll go back to pseudo business stuff here. You may know this one here. I think this is I believe it's a 2021 metric. Average SaaS private company multiple on ARR.
Average?
Average.
Okay, you got to get specific. Of the ones that sold or just average? I mean, you have to have a transaction. Like, because
I guess it would have to be a sale if we could actually peg the value. So let's say it's a, yeah. So I'm gonna have a follow-up for you.
2021.
Yes.
I'm gonna say 8.
It's 8. It's 8.
Okay. I didn't know that before, but that's, I mean, if it's most to everybody, I think that's 8.
We'll take the same question and flip it a bit. What about public company SaaS multiples?
Oh, I don't know the answer to this, but
I know this is a little bit more out there. I thought this was interesting.
It's Well, it's so not pure. It's such not a pure number at public companies because they have so much other revenue. Usually at the time they're public, they just get multiple streams. So I don't think it's a fair thing. But I would have said like 4 to 6 before this run up, but like now it's nearing, I think it's stupid again. Like it's something like this. I think I want to say 7.
It's higher at 16. It's twice. It's 2x.
It's twice. Yeah.
2x private.
Like since the run up, it's just got stupid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty wild. Pretty wild. I mean, you nailed the private one. Yeah.
Yep.
Nailed it. Drilled it. All right, let's go back to football. We'll go to NFL this time. I wasn't very impressed with the games this week. Partly, well, Falcons aren't playing, but that's probably
Falcons aren't playing, so
probably better for us. I thought the best game out there, one of the interesting ones out there, was the Monday night game, Bills at Titans. I'm disappointed by this game because I'm going to be in Las Vegas during this game. I was hoping to watch this game with David Leary, but he's landing this time. But this is the Bills at the Titans. The Bills look like juggernauts. Titans we know a bit of, 2 AFC teams. What are you feeling on this one in Tennessee?
I mean, my initial gut was Bills by 2.5, but let me work it out. Because that field goal, I know it's in Tennessee, but that field goal, like, where are they going to put this? They're going to put it on the other side. They're going to put it Bills at 3.5.
You're right. It's on the other side, but it's actually Bills at 5.5. Wow.
5.5.
They are loving the Bills and Josh Allen and David Leary. It's just a.
Oh, that makes sense. Bills by field goal on a neutral field. Yeah, it works. Yep. So 3.5. I was on the right side. I'm in that right range. 3.5 to 6 is where you make your decisions, right? So.
Yeah. So you're right in there. So you weren't too far off. I think you're expecting that maybe based on that, you're thinking, okay, Tennessee can hang in there a little bit. You never know with our boy Julio in there. You never know. Julio could have a big game and change the flip the whole thing.
Julio's going to change the whole thing. Tides are going to win. So there's a little bit of homeboy bias right there.
Oh boy, Leary, he won't like that.
Sorry, David.
Okay, you're doing good here, rock and roll. Let's see where I want to go next here. How about? Let's go back to here a funky one on accounting. This one, dude, if you get this one or even get in the range, I'm going to kind of lose it a little bit.
Okay.
This is a tough one. The number of active CPAs in the US. Obviously, you can't include me. Take me out because I'm not active.
Okay.
This has got to be a crapshoot. I don't know how you come up with this one. Number of active CPAs in the US. But I like that you're taking it serious and thinking through it.
Active.
You'll have some kind of logic behind this. I know how you do this.
Oh man.
I don't know how you come up with this though.
Well, there's 100,000 cloud accounting practices in the United States. So how many of us have licenses? Plus all the freaking.
See, I like it. We're letting us peer into Matthew's brain as he thinks. This is always interesting.
There's some stupid number probably. Is this is not a fair number.
It's
like,
not. This
is this like in the millions? Like this is.
It is not in the millions. I was surprised by
my gut was 750,000.
670,000.
Okay.
Too far. Not too far. Too bad. You're in the range.
People that don't pay your dues. Damn you. Get me off on this.
I don't pay. I don't even pay my dues. I just get my CPA and fill out the forms.
Funny. There's only 6 CPAs to every firm that's out there.
So yeah, that's true. So looking at that ratio, right?
It's hard with the freaking big 4 to think through that
That
question.
just totally blows away to use it, right?
Yeah.
Really messes it up.
It'd be cool to act like how many are outside the big 4.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be a good point. Outside of big 4, or think about those who don't practice audit, or you could get into some interesting things like where it's truly required, like right in big 4 or big firms like that. How many people have it like on a maintain it on a voluntary basis, but not required for like licensure for the work they do.
Yep.
Be kind of interesting.
What else you got for me?
I got a bunch of other ones. We'll get through a few more here. Okay, how about this one? Help me out. I mentioned I was going to be with David and actually Blake and a whole bunch of people at Sweet World next week. We'll be in Vegas. So I want to know, Matthew, where I should gamble. What should, what should be the the table games I should play where there's the least house advantage, right? So here are the four I'm considering. You got to put them. You got to put them in order. Which ones have the least house advantage, right?
Okay. Craps is number one.
Slots,
That's
craps, roulette, and blackjack. In order of which I should play, how should I go down? If I want to reduce the house edge.
To reduce the house edge?
Yeah.
Well, it's craps number one.
Okay.
Roulette is the crap shoot here. So it's where I slotted in. So it's craps, blackjack, and then and slots. So roulette would be, where's that relative to? You got to have better odds in roulette than blackjack. So craps, roulette, blackjack, slots.
Okay, it's actually is on average, right? Because there's
slots isn't that risky. Slots is like 2% just goes to the house. So I don't know.
It's actually something's worse. Slots is the worst. They say slots is the worst.
I know. I put that last.
You put it last. You're right there. Actually, third is roulette. Roulette's typically not great. There's about a 3 to 5% house edge on that.
Okay.
Craps, on average, is about a 1.5 to 5% edge. So that's there's so many crazy bets on that one that people can get a little bit pulled into that. And then blackjack, by and large, if you follow the card and follow the thing, actually has the best odds. The caveat that you mentioned, like on craps, is there is one particular bet on craps that if you just played that, that's the best odds in Vegas. You can get it under a 1% edge if you play that one thing. But if you play a whole bunch of things all over craps, actually it's a little more. So they said the standard one, go to blackjack table.
A blackjack, craps, roulette, and then slots.
Yeah, that's the order.
That makes sense because I only played blackjack in casinos. So
yeah,
that's logical.
That's logical for you, for sure. All right, a couple more here and we'll stop boring people with our craziness. But I just think it's funny. Here's one. This is like a fintech kind of funky thing.
Great.
But it's, percentage of transactions or just total spend in the United States that is still done in cash. Total spending, percent done in cash.
Oh, it's some stupid amount. Percent as
total US transactions.
Okay. On transaction volume or dollar amount?
Dollar.
Okay, that makes it less. 35.
28. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I looked at
it's way higher than you think.
Yeah, it's higher than you think. But you look at so Sweden is only 9%, right? So they're almost cashless. But then you go out, it's interesting, more developing countries like in Indonesia, it was 96%, right? So it's just wild looking at these huge ranges. But yeah, you're pretty close.
People don't know how bad the underbanked problem is in the US. If you want to know how bad the underbanked problem is, go look at valuations for payday lenders.
Oh yeah. It's a huge issue.
Venture Atlanta has 3 or 4 payday lenders at it next week.
Crazy.
I don't know. I just want to have a soul.
I just want to have a soul.
I could never invest in a payday lender. I just I want a soul.
All right, we'll do 2 more. We'll land this thing. Okay. Let's go with the top. What do you think is the top selling beer in the world?
In the world?
In the world, globally.
Oh, that's not fair. It's so, I mean, I have such a US bias on this, like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not really fair. I want to say Bud Light, but then if I go non-US focus, because I thought Budweiser, but I think Bud Light kills it, but I'm not sure. I don't know much about this. And then I want to go Heineken, like as a safety bet, but I just don't know at all.
Okay, Budweiser's number 2. This is kind of more of an interesting one. This is even for me being a beer nerd. Didn't know the top selling beer in the world is called Snow.
Is it Asia?
It's China.
Yep.
It has 30% of the marketplace in China, and they
No.
produce 101 million hectoliters. I did the 10 key translation on that and figured out that's around 285 billion cans of beer. It just sounds like a lot, but big country. So China.
No beer. Oh, sorry, we need to get that on. So whoever's a sponsor, send us the snow beer.
Snow beer. All right, last one. We'll finish with a line as well too.
Was it Budweiser or Bud Light was number 2? Budweiser, right?
Budweiser was, yeah.
Yeah.
And the final one here we'll ask before we rate our beers. We'll finish in college football. I think this is definitely going to be the big game of the week in college football. Georgia, Kentucky, number 11 Kentucky at number 1 Georgia here in the home state. 2 undefeated SEC teams.
I know, but I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna have to have like Georgia 9.5 or something. Like it's gonna be some high number. It's gonna have to be more than a touchdown to get people to take Kentucky, I think.
Maybe thinking there. I don't want to give a tell or anything, but what do you want?
I'm gonna say Georgia 9.5.
This is your biggest miss yet.
Oh, is it Georgia like 15?
Georgia 21.5. What?
Oh, yeah. I
know college is squirrely, but that's 2 undefeated SEC teams. I guess they look at schedule and who they beat, but whoa,
that's weird because Georgia doesn't score like crazy quickly.
Yeah,
but they haven't allowed a touchdown all year, really. 21.5. Oh, yeah, that's a good one to end on. My thud.
That's
like,
a good
21.5. You gotta take it.
So I think what we're telling you here, people, is
don't bet on college football, people.
or I wasn't sure if you were saying don't bet on college football or take Kentucky. I'm not sure which it was. I guess it's don't bet on college football.
Oh no, putting a line has nothing to do with who you think is going to win. No. It's basically how you think people are going to bet. So they're saying to get people to bet on Georgia, they had to have it at 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a wild one.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's in where?
It's in
Georgia?
Athens. It's in Athens. It's in Georgia. So.
Oh, I thought maybe I missed it at 15.5, but man, that's a fine.
I saw that. I had to put it in because I thought it was great. A little wild too. All right, let's rate our beers.
That's hard.
It's a hard one.
Lay low. Oh, you already got yours.
I really like my Kolsch here. This Pontoon. We're gonna have to have more from Pontoon.
I like it. I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I like it. I'm gonna give it a good. I'm gonna go 4.2.
Okay.
That's a little bit much, but I'm kind of feeling these kind of beers these days. More, just the 4 elements, right? Nothing too crazy and wild. So
lay low.
What's yours called? I guess it's the
lay low. Lay low for Monday night.
We've done this one before. Hopefully my ranking won't pop up and influence you.
Oh, 325. I'll do it before you put it up.
325
or 275.
No,
we'll split the different and do 3. That's fine.
3.
I would try not to be too mean. I don't like being mean.
I did not like.
How did we done this before?
I had it somewhere. I've had this one. Me. I've had this before. I don't know if we can pull it back up and see if I'm pretty sure I put this one down below 3. It doesn't show our previous.
I try not to be that mean.
I didn't.
275 if you want.
Yeah, it's not getting great. 3.2. Yeah, it's not a. I don't know. I get it. Low cal is not bad, but man, that thing is like I think when I said this one before, that
is what it is.
Somebody took an IPA and a glass of water and mixed them. Is what I felt like.
Yeah. But I don't like IPA, so that watered down IPA is better.
It helped you out.
I like water better than IPA, so that worked. It worked for me.
Cool. All right, everyone. Thanks for playing along and peering into Matthew's crazy brain as it comes to all things numbers. We hope you enjoyed.
Oh, this was a really random episode. We're just converting these to podcasts, and you're doing like the random episode first.
At least I wasn't like doing it all on video, so people are like, I can't see what they're talking about as they listen.
Oh, that's true.
But feel free to subscribe. Yeah, it sounds like a podcast may be coming out soon enough. And again, send the beers our way. We'll be happy to talk about you, or just let us know when you're coming on. Maybe next week I'll see you from Las Vegas or Denver for Drink While You Think.
That'd be cool.
So cheers, everybody.
You should connect with people. Connect people while you're out there, dude.
I will. I'm going to put them on Drink While You Think.
Sounds good.
Cheers.